Hisashi Iwakuma, first American League no-hitter, and that's a pretty clear distinction since his teammate Felix Hernandez did it in 2012. Eduardo Perez, Jonah Carey, and Kurt Schilling. You're the pitcher here, and this is one of those where you're kind of watching it. You get to the seventh inning, you're like, is this really going to happen? Did you see no-hit stuff in the beginning of this thing and where it ended up? Was this
no, he doesn't have what you'd think would be no-hit stuff. But today, when he made a mistake, he got away with it, which was rare. He worked the strike zone all four ways, and I was as much impressed by the whole north-south thing, seventh, eighth, and ninth inning as anything.
Yeah, career high in splitters thrown, 38, and chasing, getting hitters to chase. That happened 28 times. Truly he was able to get guys to adjust to his pitch and get easy outs that way.
Well, you talk about the chase. If you're the Baltimore Orioles, in that hitters meeting, he's a sinker ball pitcher. You're telling your hitters, okay, make him get the ball up. And we saw in a lot of the highlights, a lot of pitches up out of the zone. Hitters were trying to get that ball up. The only problem was Iwakuma was a step ahead, elevating that ball out of the strike zone, making them chase. And that's the problem when you have that game plan and the pitcher is one step ahead of you.
Right. Now, you've been in this situation before, at least in the eighth inning, get to the ninth inning. You've had a guy bunt on you. The Orioles really can't afford to lose games. Was there any consideration? I know it was 3-0, not 2 or 1, but isn't there a way to get to a pitcher that way?
Not when you're down 3. A bunt doesn't do much of anything.
That doesn't get you off the rhythm, like, hey, maybe his head, nothing like that?
No, I mean, it does. A bunt, 1-0 down a run, 2 tying runs at the plate, but 3-0, no. And he didn't give them any. He made some mistakes. They had chances. They just didn't score up any of the mistakes he made early.
And it's kind of interesting. The last week, between Felix pitching well, Iwakuma the last 3 starts has been really good, Nelson Cruz hitting the ball. Like, this is what it was supposed to be, right, for Seattle?
Yeah, well, and I wrote a whole piece about the Mariners today, which was quite negative, so this was interesting that this happened, and it was talking about some of their failed prospects. But the top-line players, Seager, Cruz, Felix, Iwakuma, when healthy, are really good. The problem is 5 through 25 has not necessarily been that good.
At the end of the day, it's still a disappointing season for the Seattle Mariners. Nice little highlight, but Nelson Cruz has been the only consistent highlight on that team.
Good to see it. Once again, Iwakuma, a no-hitter. Hisashi Iwakuma for the Seattle Mariners, along with Eduardo Perez, Jonah Carey, and Kurt Schilling. I'm Carl Ravitch.